We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Reaching for the stars. I wonder where you are. Oh.
The world has been broke down. The world is just announced. Final time is now. The final time to bounce. But I will not get down. For you can't force me now. Awakening is clear. I could show you how. I could show you how to fight I could show you how to defeat them now.
Are you ready? Are you ready, lads and lasses? I'm almost ready. Give me a second. Alright, here we go. Hey guys! What's up? What's up? God, it's been let me know if you can't hear me as well. Let me know if the audio's bad. Let me know if I need to turn myself up or down. But hi guys, it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time. So hello for those of you. Oh god damn. Hi Flower Shade, how you doing? Those alerts are not showing for some reason, sadly. Welcome in, welcome in. For those of you who don't know, my name is Tanya Vital. I am a UK northern-based, northern-born and bred actor and digital content creator. And this is my show that I created at the start of lockdown. We were called Foot Culture, or in proper English, For the Culture. But we changed our name and we are now, yeah, that way, Vital Culture! Tanya Vital, Vital, get it? So we are now Vital Culture. We have rebranded and we are here tonight for our first show celebrating Women's History Month. Today's International Women's Day. I don't know, to be honest with you, I should have probably researched it, but I was programming the show up until like 2 minutes ago. So when it comes to research, I've not had the time, honey, I've not had the time. But I don't know what it's all about. Who knows what International Women's Day is all about? I mean, I can pretty much gather what it's all about. You know, we're celebrating historical women from the past and the present. Yes, Becky Rose, wagwan, my G. Celebrating achievements, celebrating knowledge, celebrating history, celebrating power. Yes, Martel, I see ya. I see ya. But who started it? I saw a tweet that it was obviously socialist women that started it as a way to celebrate all women. Kayla Sinead, hey! Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, that's your homework actually. That is your homework. Who started International Women's Day? And what is it all about? You don't win a prize, but love that. Thank you so much. Oh, is that? Do you know what? I've turned my alerts off. If those are bits, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. My alerts are not showing today because I don't want the alerts to get in the way of the artist's work. But thank you so much. What was I saying? Yeah. So if you can find out who started International Women's Day, you won't win a prize, but you'll be the most clever person in chat. We've got loads and loads of artists coming up tonight. And I know, guys, I know some of you are not psychopaths like me and you didn't stay up till 4 a.m. last night watching The Interview. So I know some of you are going to go watch The Interview. But let me put it to you like this. I don't think you're going to get the full thing on said channel. So what you should do is just watch the whole of this show and then ask me for the link for the recording of last night and then go watch it there. That's what I think you should do. So what have we got coming up? Oh yeah, so we've talked about Vital Culture. Yeah, we've talked about the rebrand. We've got loads more shows coming up for Women's History Month. Later on this week we have what day are we on? Yeah, this week. Later on this week we have a chat with Vina Descent, who is my old agent. She worked at one of the most prolific acting agencies in the UK for a very long time. So she's coming on. We've got Women's History and Horror. We've got the co-writer of Host, the highest grossing horror film in 2020, Gemma Hurley. She's coming on. Dr. Alison Pierce, or Pierce, depending on how you pronounce it, who is a professor in women's history and horror. We've got Sampira from Sampira Productions, who is a people of colour or black horror history buff. What else have we got? We've got Geeky Cassie. Oh my god, can you believe it? We've got Geeky Cassie coming on to talk about gaming. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's talk about women in gaming. What else have we got? We've got I'm hoping to get a few more people, but it is what it is, and everyone's busy, and there's only so much budget to go around, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what we've got coming up. Clearly optional Monday. Thank you so much for that. Welcome in. All right, so we've got loads to do tonight, so let's get right into it with our first act. Our first act is Masumba. Some of you have seen Masumba featured on this show before. She's a 17-year-old singer and rapper. She might be 18 now, actually, but she's a teen singer and rapper and producer hailing from Bradford, West Yorkshire. She's got heritage from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Stand up Congo. Experimenting with the fusion of African rhythms and R&B vocals and rap, Masumba takes inspiration from independent British female artists like Little Sims, Lady Leisha, Lady Sanity and Coffee. 2021 is set to be a debut year for the young soulful artist, with major backing and support from BBC introducing BBC Radio Leeds, BBC Sheffield and BBC Radio 6 Music. And this is a new release, an acoustic release from Masumba called Love Your Enemies. So here is Masumba.
My sin convinced me that I don't need you next to Ephesians, yeah. Forget the evil, yeah. I've committed the same sins, I've been into the same thing. Did you believe, oh, yeah. If I could turn back the time, what would I learn as a child? I'm called to him, this faith you will endure to the end of this life, till the end of this life, till the end of this life. Love your enemies, yeah. Pray for those who persecute you, and I'm begging on my knees, yeah, because they didn't. No, no, no. Oh, I say love your enemies, yeah, yeah. Pray for those who persecute you, and I'm begging on my knees, yeah, because they didn't hurt you. Hurt you. Love your enemies, yeah, yeah. Love your enemies, oh.
Welcome in, Nori. I see you. Noriati is in the house. The best. Welcome in, Little Saf. Little Saf's my mod, so no messing about in chat or else you're out of here. No, I'm joking. The alerts are off, Little Saf, but the sounds are still there for some reason. I don't know, but welcome in. So that was the teenage Masumba. She's got a whole host of amazing songs on Spotify. So make sure you go follow her on Spotify. Follow her socials. Masumba Official on Twitter and Instagram, and just Masumba on YouTube. Subscribe to her channel on YouTube. It is free for you to subscribe to people on YouTube, but it helps the artist out immeasurably. Help us make some money off of our damn art, god damn it. So that's Masumba. And she's got more stuff coming up for 2021, so check that out. We've got some answers in chat about women's international. What is it? International Women's Day. Clara Zetkin proposed this idea at the International Conference for Working Women. You see, I knew it was a socialist woman. Of course it would be. Yes. Thank you for the lurk. I can't see who that is yet, but I will when the chat comes up. Oh, hey! Emadra? Or Emadra? I like Emadra. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you. So next we have Gida Heya, and this is It's a cross between a comedy sketch and, well, not a comedy sketch, a comedy piece and spoken word. It's a speech she did at a women's event. I've chopped it down a little bit, but I just felt like it was something to warm us up. It tells a lot of truths. It's a lot of what we need to hear right now, and you know, we're all feeling a bit fragile. Particularly women of colour, particularly black women, after what's been going down. And I just felt like this piece is something that could uplift us all. And, you know, so just relax, get your drink, get your snacks, chill out and listen to Gida's wonderful speech. Gida, otherwise known as Contaminated Flow on Instagram, you'll see why in a minute, was born in Norway, but proud to say she's a Yorkshire woman. She creates performance art. She started attending drama classes when she was 14 to boost her confidence and went from there. Funnily enough, I used to teach Gida screen acting. She didn't really start creating and writing her own stuff until her final year of uni. She's currently working on her voice with a singing teacher, Kiki DeVille, no less, darling, as well as writing. So she's hoping to share some of that work with the world soon. There are small pieces of her writing on Instagram. She likes to blog a bit. She's got a website and a blog page. Well, the website is still under construction, actually. But she's hoping to utilise it for good purpose and write a bit more detail and a bit more blogs and stuff. Gida has actually appeared on this show before. She did a wonderful performance piece. So shout out to all the not even just women artists, male artists, non-binary artists. This was a regular thing last year, but it's a lot of work, child. It's a lot of work, so I had to have a break. But if you are an artist, whether it be an illustrator, a singer, a rapper, a dancer, if you do spoken word, anything, any kind of form, send your stuff to us and we will showcase you. But without further ado, here is Gida.
Here I am, questioning my own inner greatness and ultimately capability to stand up here today in front of all you lot, because let's face it, you're pretty fucking scary. And ultimately, I had to ask the age-old question that all of us women ask ourselves every day, whether that's consciously or subconsciously. Am I enough? Am I enough?
Yes, you are. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, we're bombarded. We are bombarded with this notion every waking minute of every day, aren't we? Through media in varying forms, adverts on TV, billboards in the street, packaging of various products, magazines, newspapers, influencers on social media who pose as puppets for certain brands to convince us of our need to get the next big thing. And there's no escaping it really, is there? Am I young enough, slim enough, smooth enough, pretty enough, toned enough, tight enough, independent enough, motherly enough, friendly enough, strong enough, womanly enough? And whilst worrying if you're enough, there's also the perpetual fear of being too fucking much, isn't there? Too sweary in my case, too northern perhaps, too loud, too big, too small, too intelligent, too slutty, right? Because it's okay for these billion-pound companies to use feminine sexual energy to sell products, isn't it? To sell cars, hair removal, perfume, makeup, food. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Because this is the most indulgent, soft, sensual thing you can have. Please, treat yourself. We can't have too much of that, bitch. Here's some diet pills and shakes to make it all go away. Until next time. And of course, they don't have northern birds do it, do they? Because that won't be very sexy, apparently. And you know the reason they use feminine sexual energy to sell stuff? It's because it is so fucking powerful. It's not weak, dependent, shy. It's the most powerful energy there is. It's dominant, it takes control, it lures you in, and most importantly, it manipulates people to buy shit they don't need, whatever your gender. And that's how capitalism works, because if everyone was truly happy with themselves and what they had, the economy would be in shit. Because let me tell you, if something's being advertised, you don't fucking need it. Now, of course, we're not all savages here. We all like a bit of luxury, I'm sure. And that's okay. Just as long as you're aware of these things and you're consciously buying, it's not just impulse because you feel like you have to or you should. Because a lot of us act on impulse. It's a primal instinct, and that's a whole other philosophical conversation I won't get into right now. But the point is, the problem is, the moment we house our sexual energy as individuals and claim it for ourselves, whoa, where is your respect? Fucking slag. You're not enough, and you're definitely too much. So between being too much and not enough, where do we sit? Well, let me tell you. I think generally when people tell you you're too much of anything, it's because somewhere deep in themselves you're forcing them to look at where they don't feel enough. And this is ongoing, and it's a vicious circle because they're enough, you are enough. There's enough to go around in abundance, so don't buy into that scarcity mindset. Don't think you need to buy your worth. Your worth and your power is all right here, inside. And if people invested more of the time and energy unearthing that than buying the next best do-it-yourself laser, hair, skin, pigment changing deluxe 5,000 machine, then, you know, maybe they'd be a bit happier for doing so. So, you know, take up a hobby you've always wanted to try, go for therapy, read a book, get a massage, do a workshop, take yourself on a date, come to an empowerment event such as Curve. Find out what you like and who you want to be for you, because when them dark days come, and they always do, it doesn't matter how many people you've got around you, in here ultimately you're alone. So you've got to be able to find solace in yourself. And that's a wonderful thing. It's an empowering thing because it's within your control and it's being sacredly selfish and it's exciting, it's a journey, and it's never too late because you have so much power within you. And someone else's power doesn't invalidate yours. Like different flowers who bloom alongside one another, we are as one and we all have our own beauty. Because on planet Earth right now, there is only one of you, and that is your superpower. The future is not female, it's intersectional, and it's equal no matter your class, race, sexual orientation, age, religion, creed, disability, gender. And of course, although I've focused on feminine sexual energy, it's not all about getting your tits out, all right? Nudity empowers some, and modesty empowers others. It's about finding that power in yourself, and at the end of the day, literally, not just as a Yorkshirean, at the end of the day, when you've washed your eyebrows off, and you sat on the toilet, might have bath running, and you're looking down at your rolls while you're doing a big stinky poo, you're at peace with that, and you think, fucking hell, I am a beaut. But seriously, get up close and personal with yourself, all of yourself. Remember who you fucking are and reclaim your power, because it was always yours for the taking. It's ours. We are enough. And if that makes us too much, they can fuck off. So let's shake it up. Let's take what's ours and own it. I've been Guy De Gea, that's my name, don't write it out, but also please do, because I live for the attention. Thank you so much for listening. I love you.
That was the empowering speech from Guy De Gea. Guida is also a burlesque artist, and a wonderful burlesque artist. And you know, I would show that artistry if I could, but you know, say Twitch is a grandma. Creative Arts, I see you. Thank you so much. This is so professional. Well done. Thank you. You see, guys. Look, no more do we need the middleman. The pandemic's been shit. The pandemic's been the worst. We've lost a lot. Some of us have lost family. It's been the pits. But it's also been positive in a sense of reclaiming that power, like Creative Arts says. We don't need people to commission us anymore. We can do it ourselves. TV from my bedroom. But yeah, so Guida is a wonderful artist. Make sure you follow her socials. She's mostly regular on Instagram. She's got some wonderful stuff on there. So yeah, definitely follow her. A very strong Yorkshire woman, love her to death. All right. Who? Just before we move on, who? Hey, Alicia Monroe, my favourite UK artist in the chat. Damn right, we will do it ourselves. All power to us. You know it. Who managed to see the interview last night? Because I want to know. I mean, don't write big essays, but show me how you felt about it with some emojis, maybe. Because, child, I've got loads to say on it. We don't have the time tonight. I will be doing a political podcast with my friend and artist Javad Alipur, where we will be getting into the nitty gritty of stuff like this. But yeah, I want to know how you. Yeah, still processing. I hear that, Martel. For real, I hear that. Our next artist, yes, Kayla Sinead, yeah. Our next artist. All right, so let me give you the setup for our next artist. I always look like my lips look like they're bleeding. They're not, but they always look like they're bleeding in here. So the next artist, I met this artist through an ex, right? But what are exes good for if you can't steal their friends? So I've known this next artist for a number of years. Becky Rhodes, she's a Sheffield singer and songwriter, really well known in the bassline and garage scene. She likes to create music that makes you want to express yourself, songs that you can get lost in and sing along, and obviously dance to. God, I miss dancing. I miss dancing so much. Soon. She actually started singing classically. Girl, you didn't tell me this. She actually started singing classically at the age of 11. She completed up to her grade 5 before combining her love of singing with her love of UK dance music. Growing up, she was exposed to many different genres of musical influences, from rock, soul, techno, and quickly found an affinity with niche music. Gang shit. I mean, stuff, sorry. And R&B. She plucked up the courage to approach Naughty Nick, owner of Studio Beats, and sang him songs she'd written herself. Her first release shortly followed on White Label at the age of 16. You can expect more releases from her in 2021. She's got some very exciting collaborations in the pipeline. This year is taking it back to connecting. Let me read this again. This year, I'm taking it back to connecting with me. Oh, she's connecting with herself. I feel that. So expect to see more acoustic vibes, collaborations with other musicians and artists, and more garage and bassline. Becky Rhodes has got a number of really well-known songs on YouTube featuring and what's the word? Not cameoing. You know when feature, I guess, with loads of big bassline DJs. Tonight she's sharing an acoustic version of Secrets which is by Buddha featuring Becky Rhodes. So here it is, Secrets.
Greetings, everybody. Yeah, man, this is another Dev Jams Acoustic Sessions, and you know what? I'm excited about this one because we go back far, and I've not seen
A
this.
long time.
This
long
time. This lady, I've not seen her for nearly 15 years, man. You know? So I'm just gonna let her do the introduction for this one. So check it out.
So hi everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Dev Jams. I'm Becky Rose and I am best known for Bassline, and today we thought we'd give you a very, very special version of probably my biggest bassline track, and that is Secrets. So let's go.
That was perfect as well.
That was Secrets by Buddha featuring Becky Rhodes. Becky has, now I can hear the classical. Now it makes sense, right? Now it makes sense. I can hear that everyone's loving that in the chat. I've just got to say, before we move on, follow Becky's socials. Becky Rhodes, she's got a YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube. It's free for you guys, but it helps the artist out immeasurably. Follow her socials on Twitter and Instagram. Like and share their work. Leave a comment if you can. It's just the tiny little things that we just kind of forget to do in the hustle and bustle of life, but those tiny little things help with the algorithm and help the artist to get noticed. So please do that if you can. Lil Saf, my mod, is in the chat talking about I miss bassline music. This young man has never stepped foot in a bassline rave in his life. No, he probably has. I'm just joking. Thank you also for the new subscribers. If you do have an Amazon Prime account, Amazon Prime owns Twitch, so they give you one free token, which means that you can use that token on anybody you like. And if you use it on this channel, we will love you forever, but you don't have to. There are millions of wonderful things on Twitch. Black Nerdcast, welcome back. How you doing? Martell mentioned that she'd not seen any of the clips. She'd just seen some of the backlash, and I think without getting into it, because like I said, I've got a political podcast coming up, and we're gonna talk about this stuff in detail and give it the time and space it needs. But I think I've been in bed all day. When I want programming the show, and it's because it's draining and tiring. It's not that we care about Meghan per se, you know. She's rich enough, she's well known enough, she doesn't need our protection in that respect, I guess. But why so many black women in particular feel an affinity to what's going on is because the way these people, these racists and these bullies and these antagonizers treat and feel about her is a reflection of how they treat and feel about us, and it's a visceral pain, and yeah. That's why we're so pissed off. I'll join you for that. Join me for what? Oh, the political podcast. I was going to say what? Yeah, definitely. I'll give you more details about that later on. I watched it all. I'm just lost for words still. Yeah. Ciao. All right. Well, she's not lost for words anymore because coming up we have Martell Edinburgh. Martell is a northern-based actress with Bradford roots. She began her acting career in 2016 and has appeared in a number of TV and theatre productions. Alongside acting, she has always had a love of writing and has always wrote short poems and spoken word pieces. Let me lift this up. Martell has been writing for a number of years, and her pieces are mainly about her journey through life and the battles she's had with her mental health. Before we move on, I've been trying to get my therapist. I don't know if I've told you, I think I've told some of you before. I've got a therapist in lockdown, a wonderful black woman called Sandra Watts. She can't do a show, sadly, because, you know, patient confidentiality and all that stuff is unethical. But I am trying to get somebody on to talk about mental health, so we will come back to that another time. This is the first time she has ever... exclusives in the house! This is the first time she has ever publicly recorded one of her pieces. Battle Cry is a special piece for Martell, as it's about a turning point in her ever yo-yoing journey with her mental health. It was the beginning of a long journey to self-love and appreciation of the strength she has within her to overcome and succeed despite the obstacles in life and what your mind throws at you. It's a piece that she hopes others can relate to and bring a sense of pride for, being the strong women we all are and will continue to be. I didn't know it was the first recording she shared. I've been trying to get her on the show for a very long time, so this is very, very special. Here is Martell's Battle Cry.
Scars ran across her mind, down to her heart. Left small pockets of pain that she thought would never empty. Bleeding memories that wouldn't leave, only tempting. Tempting defeat. Tempting her soul to lie lifeless at the foot of her being. Never ending. Relentless, her battles grew stronger. Her scars became deeper and her spirit weaker. Until she realised she could fight no more. But it's only when she stopped fighting that she realised she'd won. Only when she saw she wasn't her enemy. When she saw the art in her scars. A beautiful masterpiece of survival woven by the pain of what life had given her. And the scars that she had became no longer a reminder. No longer a reminder of her inner war of brokenness that she had once felt and consumed. But the colourful cry of a warrior who fought herself and conquered, who fought herself and became her hero in her defeat. Battle cry, for she is no longer the weak.
That was Martell Edinburgh with an exclusive. You heard it here first, Battle Cry. Please, again, follow her socials. She's on Instagram, she's on Twitter. Martell, have you got a YouTube account yet? Because if you've not, girl, you better get one. Yeah, so Battle Cry. Again, I want to say hi to Mrs. Maligan in the chat, Lisa Maligan, who is, but not the owner. Lisa, what is your actual job title? Basically, she's the head honcho at Bradford Producing Hub. So for artists, like, she's been one of our best mentors through this lockdown. She's developed training courses, she's helped with facilitation of groups, and we really appreciate everything you do, Lisa. Definitely one of our international women. If we had like a board of international women that we want to represent, she's definitely on the board. That was beautiful. Director, that's it. Thanks for the shout out, Mado. I'm really enjoying this. Thanks for the vibe, Tanya. No, thanks for you guys in chat. I mean, this has been, let me tell you, the last time we did one of these shows, October or November of 2020 was the last time we'd done one of these showcase shows, because after that we had our anime, we had our Halloween, I can't even speak, we had our Halloween anime podcast, and then all my time was taken up producing the Christmas show, and then the Christmas show took so much out of me that I've not had a show since. So it's been a very long time. It probably feels a little bit messy and a little bit choppy and a little bit like I'm all over the place, but guys, I am all over the place. I'm just trying to find my feet again and get back into the rhythm of it. They'll come on again in a minute. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me and hope you enjoyed. I mean, some of these artists are all the artists are incredible. And they've shared really special pieces with us. So I'm as proud as you guys probably are. The Christmas show was epic, and this is awesome too. Thank you, Creative Arts. See my mod in the chat. Selling our anime podcast. There we go. Tiny Maniacs. I think is it not working, Lil Saf? Something with the Nightbot. I need to sort that out. Let me sort that out another time. Okay. Our next artist. Well, our next artist is part of a group. So, I want to introduce her as an individual artist. It is International Women's Day, but the clip is part of her group that she has created and works closely with. The next artist is Abigail Utley from the band called Mookie and the Bab. Mookie and the Bab. Oh God, I sound proper Yorkshire when I say that. Mookie and the Bab. Mookie and the Bab are Yorkshire-born and bred duo Mark and Abby. Oh, Tway, she's married now, girl. She's married. She put a ring on it. And their good pals Will Stock and Connor Maggie. Magi. I don't know. Magi. You ain't got no alibi. Sorry. They are a group of musicians that have been working together on various projects over the past 7 years and they've played at many UK festivals, including Latitude, an arts festival, it's very highbrow, Cornbury and London Folk Festival. Mark and Abby also perform short tours in California, Nevada and Austin, Texas. In late 2019, they began their songwriting adventures inspired by the climate energy, floods, fires, and Let me put my teeth in for this, child. In 2019, they began new songwriting adventures inspired by the climate emergency, floods, fires, and desertification. Something the band feels strongly about. However, due to personal losses and other traumas that 2020 bestowed, the music is reflected and often hopeful. Mookie and the Bab have had their sound likened to that of somewhere in between Fleetwood Mac and Mumford & Sons. That does not include the fascist banjo player, I'm sure. And list Lumineers, Fleet Foxes and Wildwood Kin as being some of their favourite artists, with plans of recording a studio EP now on the back burner because of COVID. Mookie and the Bab have released a series of live singles and videos that were filmed just before the lockdown. Set in the underground Victorian tunnels in Bradford, which have been transformed into independent bars, the band performed live takes of 5 in total. Should have put some apostrophes in this because I can't read it. The band performed live takes of 5 songs in total, 4 of which are now available on all digital platforms. Summer 2021 will see Mookie and the Bab playing some outdoor performances and getting into the studio to perfect recordings to release. If you like their music, subscribe to their YouTube and follow their social media platforms and sign up to their mailing list. So this is my friend Abby Utley. Oh, Abby Otway now, child. She put a ring on it. And Mookie and the Bab.
You keep your eyes fixed on the ground when it seems the sky is falling down. We watch the garden turn to dust. You know, all that money, it turns to rust. For 100 years I've been digging this well, and now we learn it goes straight to hell. The foreman said it would be a shame. Keep on digging or you won't get paid. So on we go into the fire. We run, we hide from the future if we close our eyes. Can you feel it still? Can you feel it getting warm in here? I know, but we gotta keep on digging downward. Satan falls from the sun, and all his fortune's gone. And in his wake only deserts grow. Soon the floods will come. For 100 years we've been dying this way. We're choking on the money we made. Don't you think it would be insane if we keep on digging this dirty grave? So on we go into the fire. We run, we hide from the future if we close our eyes. Can you feel it still? Can you feel it getting warm in here? I know, but we gotta keep on digging downward. Down we dig.
Blow trees anyway.
Fire till it burns us down. Down we dig into the fire till it burns us down. Down we dig into the fire till it burns us down. For 100 years I've been digging this well. Down we dig into the fire till it burns us down. Choking on the money we made. Feel the clock run down. We dig into the fire till it burns us down. Feel the clock run down. We dig into the fire till feel the clock run down. We dig into the fire till feel the clock run.
That was my friend Abby Otway, Mookie and the Bab. And Caxter Ritz, what's going on? Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Is this Bradford? Yeah, it is. I don't discriminate. I like to I've shared some of my friends who are artists in America. I've shared some of my friends who are artists in the South. I know you're from the South, but this is about empowering and uplifting our Northern artists because we don't get the representation we need. So yeah, Bradford, not all Bradford, mostly West Yorkshire and some like Manchester artists tonight. Love that. Everyone's loving it in the chat, loving the vibe. Creative arts is dancing, shaking her dreadlocks back and forth. Again, like I said, follow their socials, subscribe to their YouTube. It's free for you to subscribe to their YouTube. They've got stuff on Spotify. Go listen to their stuff on Spotify. They've been singing and making music for a long time. So they've got, and they do live streams as well. Not on Twitch actually, but they do live streams on Facebook, and other platforms are available. But I'm in talks with Abby to do like a full show with them guys. So watch this space for Mookie and the Bab. My next artist. Okay, so I don't really have a biography for my next artist, which is a shame, because she's basically, she's an actor, and a writer and a theatre maker, and a spoken word artist from Liverpool. Her name is Danielle McLaurin. She's my friend. We met a number of years ago when we were making films with Chicken Shop Shakespeare. And she was part of our 60 Seconds of Shakespeare competition. That's how we met, and we stayed in contact. She has just made a short film with the Paperworks Theatre. It's called, bear with me, the name of the film has skipped my mind, but it's only just been released this morning, so forgive me if I don't remember the name of the short. It got released today, and I begged and pleaded and said, please let me show it on our showcase, and they finally agreed. So here is Danielle McLaurin. Let me just read a little bit about the film. It was created intentionally for International Women's Day to celebrate the resilience, talent and fighting spirit of our female creative community as we approach 12 months of the pandemic, which has hugely impacted our industry. 12 months. Should we do an anniversary stream? We'll talk about it after. Here is Danielle McLaurin.
It seemed like the final scene of a movie. As the ashes settled on the plans she held in her tight hands before they slipped through her fingers. It seemed like the empty studios and stages, the unwritten pages would remain vacant as she was nudged back into the cage they hoped would keep her quiet. It seemed like she would have to press reset to claw her way out of the depths. But take a step to your left, change your sightline, and you will see her standing in a long line of women waiting in the wings. We haven't held our breath. Instead, we have held each other's heads above the waves of this moment in history. You see, behind the scenes, women have been tirelessly building the dreams of one another, keeping the spark alive for the furloughed mother, thrown into the role of teacher, raising up a sister, encouraging her to reach her potential, even when the world appeared to be standing still. The will of a woman is nothing short of a miracle. When you see the obstacles that she has overcome, then multiply that power of one by another and you will see her soar. We won't slip through the gap in the door left by man's idea of another woman's flaw. Instead, we hold it open wide and let the phoenix in each woman rise, spreading her wings. Soon the time will come to lift the curtain, and the one thing that is certain is that as the music begins to play, we will stand side by side. Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Welcome in, Cax the Rips friends. I see you in chat. I appreciate you. Sorry, my alerts are supposed to be off because we are sharing the wonderful work of artists tonight. So I'm getting sounds and not getting the visuals, or sometimes getting visuals and not sounds. But I see you. I see you in chat, and welcome in. That was Danielle McLaurin. Thank you so much to her and Paperwork Theatre for allowing us to share that amazing piece. There's something about us 80s kids. You can take us out of the clubs, but you can't take the clubs out of our heads, I'm telling you. Big up Richard Dunbar, big up Tanya Vital and all the other amazing artists involved pulling this together, this amazing program together. Keep rising, keep challenging, keep agitating, keep celebrating and Fuck the patriarchy. Yes, I hear you. I see you, Richard. I nearly swore and then I did that instead, so it's not a swear, it's not a real swear. Although when you catch me on my gaming streams, every other word's an F and a Jeff and this and that. But I'm trying to rein it in a little bit, Charl. Oh, she's watching. Danielle's watching. She said thank you so much. This is awesome. Danny, I'm sorry I didn't get a biography off you in time. She's been moving house and, you know, conversations are like fragmented, but she's watching and I'm so glad you got to see yourself. So thank you. What's going on with Matt? Yeah, somebody got timed out. Okay. All right, what was I going to say? The next artist is... I almost didn't have a biography for this next artist, but she sent it at the very, very last minute. And I only know of this artist on Instagram, actually, when I started doing this show. And we started, you know, more people started watching it. Artists started approaching us and saying, oh, can we share our stuff? So that's what happened with our next artist. And you know, you never know what to expect when you don't know the artist. But I was really blown away by what she submitted. The next artist is called Lani D'Amour. Her full name is Kilani. She's of mixed heritage from Huddersfield and a mum to a beautiful 1-year-old. She started singing at a young age because of her musical family, and she's working on a music video for next month, so hopefully we'll be able to share that. She'd love to make music. She'd love to make music people can relate to, but also music that people can feel through her voice with emotion and expression. I think you're gonna get a lot of that when you see this next piece. I keep saying see. There's not much to see because it's not a music video, but I mean, you know what I mean. Like, just close your eyes and feel it, man. Here is Lani D'Amour.
The day I just want someone down for me and they love me the same way. First thing on my mind in the morning, last thing on my mind at night. Butterflies when I kiss your lips, boy, you think you're just my type. Don't understand how'd you do it, how'd you get me feeling this way. Don't understand what you're doing, boy, you take my breath away. Tell me that you want me, tell me that you're down to ride. You want me, tell me that you're down to ride. Tell me that you listen, tell me that you'll be by my side. Then I'm all yours, all yours, all yours. Then I'm all yours, all yours, all yours. Then I'm all yours, all yours, all yours. Then I'm all yours, then I'm all yours. I want something more, I do not wanna be a friend. If you know you want me, but there's no need to pretend. You need to be straightforward, I'm not trying to offend ya. If you need a hand, then a hand I will lend ya. Leader of your army, you know I'm your main defender. Boy, I think you're the one. Tell me what you want. Kiss your lips, boy, you think you're just my type. Don't understand how'd you do it, how'd you get me feeling this way. Don't understand what you're doing, boy, you take my breath away. Tell me that you want me, tell me that you're down to ride. Tell me that you listen, tell me that you'll be by my side. Tell me that you want me, tell me that you're down to ride. Tell me that you listen, tell me that you'll be by my side. First thing on my mind in the morning, last thing on my mind at night. Butterflies when I kiss your lips, boy, you think you're just my type. Tell me that you want me,
That was Lani Demore, Creative Arts in the chat with, first of all, beautiful is an understatement. Secondly, amazing voice and mixing and mastering of this track. Amazing song. I'm down to ride with this vibe. Becky Rhodes vibing to this Flowershed tune. Yeah, so first thing we've heard from Lani, and hopefully we'll get the music video when she's finished that and feature her a lot more. Beautiful voice. Really glad that she submitted her stuff. Next we have a spoken word artist. Trying to mix it up, trying not to be all music, because I mean I'm open to all art forms. But before we get on to spoken word artists, we've had an unorthodox submission at the last minute. Now you're gonna have to forgive the fact that this is gonna be a little bit fucked up because it's not programmed. I mean, messed up. It's not programmed into the show. My friend's just sent it me now, Noriati, but she's a wonderful artist, and I want to show you her stuff. So bear with while I show you some work from my friend Noriati. All right, here we go. There we go. Okay, so Noriati, illustrator. Nori, do you animate as well? I can't remember if you animate. But here she is, artist of South Asian heritage, big time gamer in the chat. This one, wait a minute, why are y'all not seeing this? Oh, that's why. Let me see, this is what happens when you, there we go. Yep, Noriati. She also streams as well. She has a live stream with her, is it your cousin Nori? That also is a wonderful illustrator. Nori, share your streamer channel in the chat if you want to. I've saved the best till last, guys. I mean, these are all amazing, of course. But if y'all know me, y'all know I like some damn anime. Who's this from? Who's this? Who is it? Who can name it? Who is an anime fan who can... Nori, you're not allowed to name it. Who is an anime fan that can tell us who this is? You don't win a prize, but you get to be the most clever person in chat. Sailor Who, though, Lil Saf. Sailor Who. That's what we want to know. So, yeah, so... Kings of the Round Table on Twitch, and Noriati on Instagram. And have you got a Facebook page? Sailor, yes, created that. Sailor Moon, you know it. She is the one, Sailor Moon. Also, anime podcast will be coming back soon. Just give me some time to get through Women's History Month, child. All right, so back to the spoken word artist. Chevy got it. Sailor Moon, well done. Sharina Lee Sati. Sharina is a poet and independent artist from Bradford whose inspiring words have been inscribed on park benches in Bradford to uplift local residents on their lockdown walks. Nominated for the British Indian Awards in 2020 as one of the 21 of 21 creatives most likely to impact Bradford's cultural scene, Sharina is a familiar voice on local and national radio. Her poetry collection, she is published by Verve Poetry.
Thank you for being a friend.
There you go, there's Nori's channel. You can please follow Nori's channel, just for those chilled out lo-fi, just watching somebody illustrate and amazing chat vibes. Sorry, but where was I? Sharina is a familiar voice on local and national radio. Her poetry collection, She, was published by Verve Poetry Press in 2020. Her work focuses on social and environmental issues, working on a new project called Spoke, one of 3 found members amplifying poetry and spoken word in Bradford. And this is a piece, I believe it is called She, that Sharina Lee Sati has submitted. Here she is.
We are the faces of the present. Different phases like the full moon, like Luna's crescent. That divine link to the earth and the heavens. We are the descendants of the women that came before us, of generations that are yet to be born, the birth before the storm. before the wild wind breathes into a life that believes in her warrior soul. We are leaders, leaders of love and compassion, of freedom and self-expression. We are the women that stand firmly against oppression, seeking justice and equality in all that we do, raising our voices so that all women's voices are heard too, shattering that silence, that deathly silence. With every breath that we breathe and every echo we scream, we will not allow women to suffer at the hands of violence, at the hands of any abuse, or to be used and seen as the weaker sex. We are not objects, we are life. We hold the divine universal power. We are waves, waves that ripple in every ocean. And every ripple that rings expands into the sea, creating this universal energy that's beyond any human being. It's a sisterhood, it's a connection that can only ever be understood by she, by her, by me, by understanding that once one woman stands her ground, raising the volume and speaking loud, her voice travels through the whispers of the fine-bladed grass, through the thick fog that sweeps across mountain tops and crashes against the raging sea. Her voice is the very heartbeat that bonds hearts of unity. We are the faces of the women that stand proudly together, to be the change we want to see, for every woman to be heard. So I choose to challenge you to share your poem, write your piece of spoken word, raise your voice as I've done mine, so no woman's voice goes ever unheard.
You can buy Sharina's book. So again, follow her socials. She's on Instagram. She posts most of her stuff on Instagram. She's got a website. Go check her up on her website. If you've not managed to if you've liked an artist tonight and you've missed their socials, this video will be available on catch up, so you can skip through to the artist that you liked, write their socials down, and go follow them. And please do, it costs you nothing to follow somebody on Twitter or on Instagram or subscribe to their YouTube, but it helps the algorithm and it helps them become more discoverable. That's a very nice and free way for you to show your support to artists that you like. Yeah, everyone likes Sharina's piece. Yeah, she's an amazing spoken word writer and speaker. That sounded terrible. She's an amazing poet and spoken word writer, spoken word artist. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm losing the plot, guys. I see you, Jade. I see you in the chat, making all sorts of ruckus in the middle of somebody's thing. No, don't worry. The alerts, I thought I'd turned them off, and yet here we are. Okay, the next artist is my favourite UK artist. You've seen her a million times on this show before. She featured in our Christmas show, Alicia Monroe. Let me read you. She didn't have a biography when I first met her, but I forced her to write one, so here it is. Welcome to the world of Alicia Monroe. If you've never been to Hollywood, you're about to get teleported there in a getaway car with flashing lights on your tail. Don't think about touching the suitcase full of money in the back seat. That belongs to Leo. Who's Leo? He sounds exciting. He's the biggest pharmacist. Oh, he's the biggest pharmacist in the city. Oink, oink. And he doesn't play around when it comes to his dough. You might be wondering, why is all this relevant? Let's just say this show isn't for the faint-hearted. If you like beautiful women with ice-cold hearts, then you're in the right place. But be warned, men, hold on to your wallets. And women, please hold on to your men. Or your women. Or your non-binary partners. With alluring melodies and cinematic trap beats, you won't find another artist more seductively sinister than this. Now put your hands together and give a warm welcome to the notorious, the mysterious Alicia Monroe.
Babe, why you up? You gave me quite a scare. Maybe I should tell him that you're out with all your hoes. Honey should know better than to leave me home alone. Don't you know I'm a dangerous woman? Dangerous woman. Dangerous woman. Dangerous woman. I don't really mind playing your games in the dark. Laughing while you cry, chasing you around the park. I bet now you wish that you were nicer from the start. Honey, this was fun, but now I have to eat your heart. Should've known better thinking you could fuck with me. Talk by the side of the bed, give me company. All you do is cry, asking why. Shut up, bitch, time to die. It's raining around your stories. It's the old stories. He got swimming pool, filling up for days. Novocaine for the pain, filling up your face. Heard you had a couple bitches up inside the bedroom. Hope you had some fun, cause I'ma fucking take the hits too. Now everybody's looking at me, asking where'd you go. Maybe I should tell them that you're out with all your hoes. Honey should know better than to leave me home alone. Don't you know I'm a dangerous woman? Dangerous woman. Dangerous woman. Dangerous woman.
That is Swimming Pools by Alicia Monroe. Alicia put in the chat that the art for Swimming Pools took longer than the song. I urge you all now. Don't take it from me. Go and follow her YouTube channel and see the kind of artistry that she puts on. Alicia herself and her management do all her creative stuff, all her like single picture covers, music videos. A lot of, you've seen her on this channel before, and half the time I'm trying to cover her up because Twitch is a grandma. But go to YouTube and definitely watch her videos. The artistry is unreal, and to say that she creates all that stuff herself, like the concept, the design, the production, everything, absolutely amazing. Follow her socials on Instagram. She's on Twitter. Definitely subscribe to her YouTube. It's free for you. It helps out with the discoverability of the artist. She's on Spotify. She's actually on Twitch sound. What's it called now? Twitch has got an app where you can put music on. Sometimes we get into trouble because we still get DMCA'd for it. But if you want to try, she's on there as well. And yeah, and buy her stuff, man. She's amazing. Sound Library, that's it. That's the one. Yeah, I was just gonna. What else was I gonna say about Alicia? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, definitely check out her videos. Amazing. The artistry is just unmatched. Alicia, can't wait till we can have another like in-person show again. Not SoundCloud, Trey, not SoundCloud. But yeah, definitely. Just send all your stuff to me, girl. You know I love you. Okay, we've come into the end. Almost. Yeah, there. She's on SoundCloud. There you go, Trey. Look. Our final artist. I'm a Bradford lass, although I did go to RADA, darling. So I don't say Bradford anymore. I say Bradford. That's as fucking RP as it gets with me, and that's it. I'm a Bradford lass, and we are finishing with another Bradford lass with another Bradford piece. It's actually called BFD, of course. Why would it not be? Kirsty Taylor. Who many of you know in the You Are Indeed, It's Cheese. Hey, what's going on? Cheese, please. Kirsty Taylor, who many of you know in chat already, amazing Bradford poet, artist, and actually mentor. Like, she's been mentoring me, helping to facilitate Bradford Black Artist Network, and she's just been like an amazing support. Like, I just can't big Kirsty up enough. She's a poet, a writer, an educator. She creates work about propel. Let me start this again. Create work about propel. I think that's a spelling mistake. Stuff that reflects life here in Bradford and beyond. Working with vulnerable kids and communities, using poetry as a tool to express and help us understand each other. She started rapping in her bedroom at 9. Started poetry at about 22. She's been doing it off and on since then. The next project is a play, Cash Converters. Love to see it. Expect Bradford grime, expect laughs, expect tears. We cannot wait to see that, Kirsty. Here is her new piece, BFT. And this piece is, a lot of you won't get it. There are things that are relatable, but it is so fucking Bradford. And anybody who's not seen it and is from Bradford, you are in for a treat, man. Here she is, Kirsty Taylor, BFD.
You can take us off estates, try put us on a bus. There's no we ain't seen cause we've seen too much. We'll always have your backs and call you love. You can take us out of Bradford, but you can't take the Bradford out of us. We're toddlers, sit soggy, scranning sausage rolls on interchange seats. Their mum said don't go in, but they're soaking head to feet. Kids are swimming in the rain, kids are barefoot in the street. We are City Park on a weekend, we are the chippy for a treat. It's quads on paths, it's cars on paths, it's horses on paths that have the last laughs. And UB40 barbecues and topless lads riding non-handed in Wibsey Park or Bowling Park with babbies drinking shandies. It's foam parties at the ice rink and it's cider on the steps. It's queuing with mates for slides at Dunnies, something you'll never forget. We argue over curry houses, but we trust your Auntie Val when she says the best pakoras in town are from the Sheesh Mahal. Our BD bricks tell tales on truths as ballies and trackies nick lead off roofs, riots and rios and misspent youths with all to gain and naught to lose. We're built with Yorkshire stone, radical is racing in his blood. You can take us out of Bradford, but you can't take the Bradford out of us. We can't do right for doing wrong, we say BD4 instead of tongue, cause we chat in postcodes, take pride in streets, take pride in haircuts and what we eat, take pride in activism and how we speak, from Polish, Asian to Irish cheek. Salam, what's happening and how do greets, we'll have a brew and take a seat. And we'll have our moments, but it's still chava or mush. You can take us out of Bradford, but you can't take the Bradford out of us. Naughty boys nick shoes from mosques as their education's twacked from them. Cause schools are poor, government don't learn who eats today, they've to take it in turns. Food banks boom and the youth clubs shut and the mums stay stressed and the streets stay tough. And it's all too much, so they put us on telly. Look, Bradistan, the youngest city. It's grey and bleak and broke and gritty and we'd answer back mate, but we're all too busy. Busy making art, busy writing bars, busy doing up muckers, busy doing up cars, busy raising kids, busy catching stars, busy keeping his heads down and forever grafting hard. Busy being curry capital, busy doing it as sends, busy keeping his chins up and always making friends. Busy checking on neighbours, we don't mess about, never trying to be summit we're not and never chasing clout. Try to take us out this city, you can put us on a bus, you can take us out of Bradford, but you can never take the Bradford out of us. Oh shit, my mum was there. Mum, we're doing a poem!
That was Kirsty Taylor with BFD. Proper Bradford, right? Trey Noops is all the way in the States and loving getting the UK culture. I mean, listen, Trey, if that felt alien to you, you're not alone. It feels alien to most of the UK too, but to us, it's home, man. It's home. It's home. Last bit is proper Bradford. I'm telling you. Guys, we're coming up to the end of the show, but don't go nowhere yet. Let me tell you what we've got coming up for the rest of Women's History Month. So, let me show you my my poorly executed extra stuff. All right, here we go. So on Thursday, we have Vina Descent, who is a freelance acting agent, my old acting agent, and she's going to be giving us advice and tips about acting in the UK industry, general acting tips that will be relatable whether you're in the UK or not, and just her experiences as a black agent. Like, when do we ever see that? Never. Then next week we have the Queen, Geeky Cassie, coming in to talk about women in gaming and her experiences. She's just turned Twitch partner. Amazing woman. She does so much for the Twitch community. Love Cassie. So that's next week. At the end of March, guys, our headlining act, we have a panel for women's history in horror. We have Gemma Hurley, the co-writer of Host, the highest grossing horror film in 2020. We have Alison Piercy, Dr. Alison, no less, a professor in women in horror, be that filmmaking or writing. She will be joining the panel. And we have Sampira, who is a Black history horror buff, who's also got her own let me put my teeth in. Who has also got her own Black horror history exhibition coming up this year. She will also be on the panel. I'm trying to do more stuff. I'm trying to squeeze in as much extra stuff as I can, but as you can imagine, this stuff takes a lot of work. Like this show alone, I've been programming since last week, and I still was programming at 8 o'clock this evening, child. So it's a lot of work, but I'm trying to get as much in as we can. And beyond then, I don't know, what do you want to see? Follow the socials, message me privately, give me a ring, send your stuff, whatever it is. I'm sure we can accommodate. The anime podcasts are coming back. And what was the other stuff we used to do? I can't remember. It's been so long, but yeah, whatever you want to see, just let us know and we will try and accommodate. If you want to come on the show, don't be shy. I'm here. Where are we going? We're not going nowhere till June, so we might as well just chat it up on Twitch and Chevy's saying, super excited for the horror stuff. This is so dope. Anything, love it all. Just keep them coming. Amazing. All right, well, I'll get the thinking caps on. But before we go, make sure you are following the Discord. We've started to do watch parties in the Discord. I'm saying it like it's exciting because until a month ago I didn't even know how to use Discord, and now we're doing watch parties in Discord and ting. So yeah, if you want to do watch parties with us, join the Discord. And my last comment that I feel is very, very important, and it's probably going to make me cry because of the whole stuff that's going on in the UK right now. I saw a tweet today, and it said, behind every inspirational woman is a team of inspirational women who have got her back. And I question that. It's a nice tweet, and it's a nice quote, and it's a feel-good thing, and we would hope that would be true. But when we see what's happening with people like Meghan, and even on a micro scale of what's happening with Meghan, even people in your own office, the thing that's happening with Meghan right now happens to people you know, people you work with. Call it out. Stand up for each other. Tell people when it's wrong, tell them it's wrong. And really, really be there and have each other's back. We don't want just a bunch of black square Instagram posts. We want actual solidarity. And before I start crying, I'm gonna leave it there. All right, so who are we going to raid? Let me know. Who's on? Shall we go with Gail Level or what? Who else is on? Selena Games, Be the Change. That's it. I got y'all's back too. I got y'all's back. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight. I wasn't sure if anybody were going to watch. It's been so long since we did a show. I put a lot of work into it. The artists put all their heart and soul into their pieces. Thank you to all the artists that featured. Masumba, Gida, Becky, Martel, Mookie and the Bab, Danielle, Lani, Sharina, Alicia, Kirsty, everyone that we've mentioned, Noriati, thank you so much. Thank you all in the chat for just vibing with me, man. I will be again back on Thursday and then just gaming intermittently. And yeah, who should we raid? Who should we raid? Let's go with Guile Level. We've not raided Guile in a long time. Okay, so Guile Level is my... Alright, let me set it up. Guile Level is my stream mentor, okay? So this guy taught me how to stream. Everything you see now is because of Guile Level, from watching his YouTube videos and listening to his streams and, you know, just learning from him. He is the guru, okay? So he's playing Apex now, but he's a stream guru and he's a wonderful person. So go tell him I sent you, and I will see you all very soon. So let me just put in Gail. Hold on.
This is a race. Everybody raid the dance floor. Race. Hey, we're here to turn the party out.
Copy the message.